How do you sleep at night knowing people don't like you?
With no underwear in case they want to kiss my ass.
Thank you to all my true fans and all the people that actually watch my stuff.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm going to say it. If I don't like it, well, that's too bad. So I'm going to start streaming on Twitch. I think the 29th or the 30th.
What is Twitch?
It's like where you live stream. Like you play games and you live stream.
People make so much money live streaming.
And you don't do anything. You just play games and you set a camera up where people can watch you.
What games are you going to play?
See, I'm trying to think about this. I know how to play Grand Theft Auto. And let's see, Sims. I like the Sims.
Okay.
See, I'm so uneducated. I don't know anything.
And how do you make money off of it?
Your guess is as good as mine. I guess how many people watch it, like...
Donations?
Yeah.
Oh,
see, he
wow.
knows. This guy's got it.
That's great. I've never liked a stranger enough to donate to him.
The Hawk Tuah girl is now live, streaming to just 9 people. That tiny number screams everything about where her career has crashed. The last time her name was buzzing online, it wasn't for jokes or viral fame. It was all about chaos and controversy. Her name popped up again when people found out she was somehow tied to a crypto project that completely tanked.
Cry, Haley. It's fine. It's all gonna be okay. Life is gonna be okay. Oh, Haley, no.
Oh, don't do that.
No, it's gonna be okay.
Well, so basically how this idea got brought to me, it was supposed to be like what do they call it, a long-term coin. And the guy that ran the account, he was like, oh, we're going to change like the way everybody thinks of crypto. Crypto is going to be a good place. And I feel really bad for all the people that got affected by it. And it just didn't go the way I planned.
She tried clearing the air, saying she had no clue what she was really promoting. According to her, she was just the face of the whole thing and had zero involvement in the tech side of it. She claimed she trusted the wrong people and got caught in something she didn't fully understand. Then, boom, she disappeared. No apology, no clear statement, nothing but silence. When she finally came back, instead of owning up, she came with a list of excuses. Her story shifted every time someone asked questions, and instead of being real about it, she started hyping up a documentary about herself. Like that alone would rewrite the whole story.
And I finally get to tell my side of the story that I've been holding on to. I don't know, it was very stressful because I couldn't get my point across and I had to just sit there and let people call me a scammer, a crook.
You got paid for promoting it, or?
Just promoting it and putting all the work into it, like the videos and stuff that I'd do for him to post. That's what I got paid for. You're like, what does that mean? I was like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just kind of sucks. There's people out here that hate me for promoting a coin. It's like Paris Hilton. I mean, she's got cooking stuff out, like cooking appliances. She didn't sit there and take the time to make them. She's just the face of it.
Yeah.
Those are hers, you know?
So that's pretty much like you with the crypto coin.
Yeah, I was just a spokesperson for it.
What's next for you?
So we've had talks about a documentary. We're working on that. We have a producer picked out, but we're still kind of getting into detail with that, and it's supposed to be a surprise, so I can't tell too much.
And when do you think the documentary's coming out?
So we have a producer for it right now, which we haven't announced like who it is yet, but that'll be something to come, I'm sure, here pretty soon.
For months. Now look at her situation. Her recent videos can't even crack 1,000 views. Her live stream barely pulled 9 viewers, single digits. That's wild. The same girl who once had the internet talking non-stop is now fighting just to be seen again.
How did you get involved with the person that did it?
I don't run that. I'm too much of a dumbass to run anything like that. I don't know. I'm a girl. I don't know nothing about that shit.
Bitcoin is like huge.
Exactly, and I don't know anything about it. So I kept saying, I was like, no. I hate that it happened, and I hate the people that got affected by it, but that's something that I needed to like open my eyes a little bit. You gotta be so careful with what you put your name on.
And that's where the big question hits hard. How does someone rise from a random street interview to being one of the internet's most recognizable faces, only to fall even lower than rock bottom? Hayley Welch, better known as the Hawk Tuah girl, blew up overnight. That one clip had her pulling in nearly 3 million followers in just a few months. It was insane. Seeing the momentum, she decided to cash in while the spotlight was hot. She flipped her viral fame into a business move, launching the Hawk Tuah podcast on YouTube. At first, it looked genius. The channel pulled over 200,000 subscribers and featured some pretty big-name guests. Across around 20 episodes, the show racked up an impressive 13 million views, numbers most viral stars could only dream of. Everything looked solid, steady, unstoppable. But then she wanted more. Instead of sticking with content, she decided to jump into the crypto world, and that's when things started spiraling. Fans were begging her not to mess with it, but she went ahead anyway, dropping her own meme coin tied directly to her name. Within hours, it all went downhill. Early investors grabbed most of the coins, dumped them instantly, and left regular buyers with nothing. The whole thing crashed in real time, right in front of everyone's eyes. The fallout was brutal. Instead of answers, there were excuses flying everywhere. Buyers were laughed at, and people started turning on her fast. The internet that once boosted her was now tearing her apart.
Good thing. So I was like, okay, which at first I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I've never heard anything good about that, Bitcoin, or anything on the stock market. I don't know. I'm a girl. I don't know nothing about that shit.
Bitcoin is like huge.
Exactly, and I don't know anything about it. So I kept saying, I was like, no. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't know enough about it. And then they brought that up. So I was like, okay. I ended up giving in, and it bit me in that.
Accountability, nowhere to be found. Responsibility, completely dodged. Instead of facing the chaos head-on, 𝗴𝗶𝗿 played the I didn't know card, saying again and again that she was just the face of the whole project. Then, poof, she disappeared without a trace, leaving her supporters hanging, feeling played and forgotten. That's when the public flipped on her completely. What started as a fun viral moment turned into one of the fastest reputation crashes the internet's ever seen. And it wasn't just because she made one bad move, it was the way she handled it all afterward that really destroyed the trust.
So I saw this video yesterday of the Hawk Tuah girl when she was in high school. It even says her name in the bottom of her dancing. I saw the date on the video was 2022 and I was like, no way she's the same age as me. And this isn't a video from like the past either because it was using a sound that was like trending during that time. So this had me perplexed because I was like, I thought she was way older. So I checked her age, I looked it up and she's 22, bro. Like she's a year and a half older than me. If you're born in July of 2002, you should not be graduating in 2022. That's like class of 2020. So the Hawk Tuah girl is a super senior, bro.
After the crypto mess in December 2024, her YouTube channel basically flatlined. Uploads slowed down, engagement tanked, and that loyal audience she once had just stopped showing up. People weren't curious anymore, they were done. Most of her activity shifted over to Instagram, where she started addressing the hate still coming her way. It wasn't just criticism, it was straight up resentment. Then, trying to claw her way back into the spotlight, she popped up again with some awkward TikToks and even a podcast guest spot. She appeared on the Unlocked podcast with 𝗴𝗂𝗵, which dropped publicly on October 21st, 2025. That was her big attempt to win people back. During that interview, she painted the crypto disaster as one huge misunderstanding, claiming people were just out to hate her for something she didn't truly get. She said she was overwhelmed, confused, and didn't realize how badly things had spiraled out of control. And to top it off, she claimed her share from the coin was supposed to go to 2 animal shelters and a charity she supports. Sounds nice and clean on paper, but the internet wasn't buying it.
Quit my job. I was like, it's gonna shit on $400 and something a week anyways, so I mean, why not?
You're going to have to sit down and talk about that evening, your life, what happened. They're going to want to talk about more than Shaq.
Yeah.
Maybe even you. Yeah. So.
That's scary.
The problem? She never named a single charity, not one. She didn't share how much was donated, didn't drop a single receipt, and straight up admitted she had zero control over the funds. She even said she didn't oversee anything tied to the project.
Everything right. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
No, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Everything's gonna be good. We're gonna be good.
What?
I mean, he's always believed in me. Both of them have. So they're like, you're not one of those things that's gonna burn out after like a month.
Well, I mean, it's sort of like the guy sings Mambo number 5 came in. 𝗴𝗶𝗿𝗹?
Yeah.
I said, Lou, like, you know, hey man, you got some heat, and it's like, it's never gonna end. And I was like, well, it may. We don't know that it's not gonna. It might end, might not. I don't know, but it seems like now is a good time to capitalize on that, you know. So that's all I'm saying. I look at you as sort of the 𝗴𝗶𝗿𝗹 of the South.
𝗴𝗶𝗿𝗹 of the South.
I know it's been said many times, many times.
It was all just explained to her by others, like she was following along without checking a thing. That silence said more than any denial ever could. It screamed louder than words. Throughout the whole podcast, 𝗴𝗶𝗿𝗹 kept repeating the same line, that she doesn't get crypto, finances, streaming, or business at all. She even called herself too dumb to manage any of it more than once.
Take your cut and we're gonna donate it. And I was like, that's fine. Like, let's do that. For like animal shelters, I have a charity, Paws Across America. And we're gonna take that and then we're gonna use it to go in there and fund everything. Like, and they also made it out like it was like a really good idea to like get my followers engaged with it too. Like the idea that we talked about was like, oh, 1 month, if you go and you adopt a pet from an animal shelter, you get so many coins. But of course, I don't run that. I'm too much of a dumbass to run anything like that, so.
But instead of making people feel sympathy, that angle backfired hard. Viewers didn't see innocence, they saw excuses. The backlash came fast. The episode's comment section was brutal, and the dislike bar nearly doubled the likes. That ratio was cold, and honestly, the setting didn't help either. The podcast host, Savannah Chrisley, already comes with her own heavy baggage. Publicly known family drama that still follows her. Her dad, Todd Chrisley, and her mom, Julie Chrisley, were both convicted back in 2022 on serious federal charges: bank fraud, wire fraud, and tax evasion.
Federal judge in Atlanta sentenced Todd Chrisley to 12 years in prison yesterday, while his wife Julie got 7 years behind bars. The judge sentenced their accountant to 3 years in prison. The couple, known for their show Chrisley Knows Best, were found guilty earlier this year of defrauding banks and the IRS out of millions of dollars, all to fund a lavish lifestyle.
So, pairing Hailey's scandal with that environment, it just made the whole thing feel even messier. Todd got hit with a 12-year sentence, and Julie with 7. That kind of family history casts a long shadow. Fair or not, it lingers over everything connected to the Chrisley name. Meanwhile, Hailey kept pushing her comeback narrative, still clinging to that documentary she said was in the works. She mentioned it again on another show, this time with 𝗴𝗶𝗿𝗹, claiming she already had a producer lined up. But let's be real, it sounds way more like a desperate move to keep her name alive than a legit project. Reality check, it's almost impossible that documentary ever sees the light of day. At this point, it feels like her last shot at squeezing a little more attention out of a name that's already faded. But Adam didn't just nod along, he pressed her hard. He straight up asked about her old, now abandoned podcast and whether it ever made any real money. Her response? Painfully awkward. You could feel the tension through the screen. It was easily one of the most uncomfortable moments of her entire public run. Then, on November 4th, 2025, everything came full circle in the most brutal way. A single tweet went viral, over 6 million views, just by saying, "The Hawk Tuah girl is currently streaming to only 9 people." That one line summed up everything, from viral fame to total fade out, all in just a few short years.
Huh? Hold on, don't talk to me. Don't talk.
That's
the best I'm doing! I've been getting like 60 something. I hope I'm. Oh, you motherfucker. I just got RKO'd. Whee! Oh! They fucked me up. Run! Oh! Let me get a gun first. Fuck! He was nasty. I don't know who the fuck just shot me, but he was cold. He was damn.
Naturally, people rushed to check it out for themselves. Everyone expected some kind of big comeback, a slick rebrand, or at least a spark of reinvention. But what they found was nothing close to that. It was just Hailey Welch sitting there, quietly playing Fall Guys and Fortnite. No energy, no charm, just awkward silence and confusion. She barely spoke, barely reacted, and moved like someone who'd never even held a controller before. The whole thing felt off, like it wasn't even planned. The camera quality was rough, the lighting looked random, and she spent most of the stream in pajamas. For nearly 95% of it, she didn't say a single word. It was just blank silence, broken only by the sounds of the games. That quiet wasn't peaceful, it was uncomfortable, the kind that makes you want to click away fast. What made it even weirder was how she had hyped this up beforehand. She called streaming her next big move, teased it like some major career rollout, and even hinted that her team wouldn't be happy if she talked about it too soon. But when it finally dropped, it wasn't a comeback. It was confusion on display. She made it sound like this whole thing was planned out, some calculated new chapter in her career. But once people actually watched how she handled it, the truth couldn't have been clearer. She had no clue what she was doing. She didn't understand how streaming even worked, couldn't explain how monetization functions, and didn't seem to know what game she was about to play. She was literally just guessing on the spot. She even admitted she hadn't really looked into any of it. And that right there, that's the same pattern all over again. Just like the crypto situation, jumping into something that sounds profitable without doing the homework or understanding the responsibility that comes with it. It's like chasing the bag before learning the basics. Once the tiny bit of hype fizzled out, things got even sloppier. Streams went live with black screen thumbnails, zero structure, and long stretches of absolutely nothing happening. Sometimes it was just hours of her sitting there, barely saying a word, stuck in awkward small talk. The excitement was gone.
Because managers kind of pick a lane. They do stand-ups, or they do actors.
They've tried to get me into stand-up, but I'm a chicken. I don't like crowds.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, because they could book Hawk Tuah girl at the club.
See?
No direction, no spark, no real purpose, just someone hitting go live because it feels like the only move left. Now she's streaming straight from her phone, walking through stores, casually shopping for gingerbread houses like that's content anyone actually wanted. The disconnect is instant, you can feel it. There's a reason that stream barely hit 1,000 views, and even that number only happened because viral tweets sent people rushing over out of curiosity, not genuine interest. No one's sticking around anymore. Every new stream crashes harder than the last. The views keep dropping, the dislikes keep stacking, and whatever momentum she had is now completely slipping away. It's like watching someone try to restart a fire that's already burned out. And just when people thought it couldn't get worse, those weird fake end hoaxes started floating around online, twisting her name into even more confusion. The conversation surrounding 𝗴𝗶𝗿𝗹 has turned completely toxic. No positivity, no hype, no curiosity left. Her YouTube, practically a ghost town, her Instagram, bleeding around 1,000 followers every single day. And now, in a move that feels more desperate than exclusive, she's charging $30 just for access to a single photo of herself. $30 for one picture. And if that wasn't shocking enough, there's even a $100 option for premium content. It doesn't feel like a comeback anymore. It feels like survival mode in real time. At this point, 𝗴𝗶𝗿𝗋's story feels like a full circle collapse, an internet rise that turned into a live lesson on how fast fame can fade. From one viral street clip to millions of followers, podcast deals, brand offers, and massive online attention, it all looked unstoppable at first. But every new move she made after that came with less strategy and more chaos. From the failed crypto coin to the awkward streams, each attempt to stay relevant only dug her deeper. What really sealed her downfall wasn't just the bad decisions, it was the way she handled them. No transparency, no accountability, and a constant cycle of confusion and excuses. The internet doesn't forget, and when trust breaks online, it breaks fast. Now her numbers tell the story better than any apology ever could. Shrinking views, falling subs, and a social media presence that's hanging on by a thread. The saddest part? It didn't have to end like this. People were ready to root for her, ready to see her grow from that viral moment into something bigger, but instead of building on that spark, she kept chasing shortcuts that never paid off. Now, what once looked like the beginning of a long career has turned into a cautionary tale for every viral star out there. Fame might come easy, but keeping it? That's the hard part. And for 𝗴𝗶𝗿𝗋, the internet has already moved on. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Fame Rant Daily for more deep dives into influencer and media industry drama, power abuse behind the scenes, and the stories that don't get talked about enough. This story might be over on TV, but online it's far from finished, and the next one is already lining up. I'll see you in the next video.